Are you or a loved one in a toxic, abusive, or narcissistic relationship? And if so, how do you leave? Hi, I'm Danny, and I create this content to share bite-sized life tips or little dichos that can help you be the best you, one step at a time. Millions of people all around the world, regardless of race, class, gender, religious beliefs, are affected by toxic relationships and abuse every day. And the only way we're going to break that cycle is if we equip and empower ourselves to do better and teach our children. So, narcissistic abuse is so difficult to endure, but there are signs to recognizing it. And if you can recognize some of the signs, get yourself to safety, emotionally, physically, financially, to safety. Get better, heal. Then you can come back if you have to interact with that person. Not everybody can go no contact. It's just not realistic in this world. It might be a family member. It might be a parent you have to share your child with. But if you can come back to that situation more empowered, more equipped, with strong boundaries, I promise you, you can absolutely cope, thrive, and model a future of healthy boundaries for your child. What are some of the signs that you're in a toxic relationship? Gaslighting. You're with a person who is making you question your own reality and sanity. It takes a certain kind of person to want to make you feel crazy. You need to stay away from those people. Controlling behavior. If a person is trying to control nearly every aspect of your life, physically where you can go and who you can hang out with, your relationships with other people, financially, what you can spend, your life, your thoughts, your feelings, that is brainwashing, that is controlling behavior, verbal abuse. If nothing out of that person's mouth is lifting you up and is instead belittling you, demeaning you, or insulting you, this is a warning. This is very, very bad because it's a gateway to physical abuse. Emotional blackmail. If someone is threatening you, threatening to leave you, threatening to harm themselves or to commit suicide, not only is that controlling and very scary, it's emotional blackmail. Isolation. If this person is trying to keep you and isolate you from loved ones, family, friends, and make you codependent on them such that you start to not even have any outside feedback and it's just you, that toxic person's thoughts and manipulation going round and round in your head, this is going to lead to disaster. And you don't have to put up with the bully on the playground if you're in grade school or a teenager at different events, or if you're a grown woman or man. You do not have to put up with this. So how are you going to get out? How are you going to leave that toxic relationship? What do you do? It is not an overnight thing. So number one, and I talk about this in this guide. Number one, you're going to start to know what's happening to you. You're going to write things down. And this is the first step to acknowledging that what's happening to you isn't right. Start writing things down. Think about it in the specific words that I give you. Emotional abuse, physical abuse, financial abuse. Okay? If we use the right words, then we can get the right help. I want you to write things down. I want you to make a plan. Number two, I want you to get support. That friend of yours, that girlfriend, that boyfriend who knows you, who knows what's going on, and you know they do, you need to talk to that person. You need to ask for help. They are there for you. They know and see what's going on, I promise you. You need to reach out to a therapist. There are therapists in all kinds of trauma, are people that you can put into your corner for a feedback loop. Number three, do not be afraid once you have those two things in place to go no contact with that person. Once you break that tie with that toxic person and give yourself some space, get away, get out of town, talk to your supports, talk to your therapist, get some space away from that person, even if it can only be temporary. When you get that space and the freedom to let down and grieve what's happening and think clearly and get yourself back up on your feet, then you're going to be able to implement your plan. I want all of you to go to DannyDicho.com, sign up, download a free resource list for yourself or a loved one today. Toxic people, they're in your workplace, they're in your family, they're in your marriage, unfortunately. They're your friends, or what you thought were friends. They're on the playground with your kids at school, growing up with narcissistic parents. They're everywhere. And the more we recognize and face it and talk about it and get out of a mindset of fear and ignorance, the sooner we're going to be able to equip ourselves as a society to spot it a mile away, put a boundary up, manage it, and protect ourselves and our children. I give a list of resources in this guide, starting points for you, so you're not by yourself trying to figure this out. I'll see you guys again very soon. Remember, you've got this. Ciao.